No audio at all? It's kinda funny too, though.
Just believe that. Okay, I think we got audio back now. Um, I think we got audio back now. Let me see you, Reed.
Yo, what's going on? Can you hear me?
I think we can
Reed
hear
can be
you.
heard for
I think
sure.
we can see Ryan. Ryan, can you give me some talking here?
Hello, hello. My wife is in the chat giving us updates.
Yeah, you're there. Wow, dude.
Power surge?
All right.
White
can
power
be
surge?
heard. All right, I think we're.
We just
I think we're
experienced
back.
the white power surge, everyone.
It was the white power surge. I can't believe that, dude. I literally.
There's a quarterback in the NFL who started this last week, took over his starting job, named Mike White. I really just want to. Every time he does something good, I just want to go Mike White supremacy. Okay, I am being heard. Lost Josh.
Can you guys?
The Blooded Tyrants is playing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Everything got fucked.
That's a good sign.
I like literally it reset my entire OBS. Dude. I don't know. I'm like literally trying to fix it all on the fly right now. I've never seen that happen.
AJ,
It's a
talk.
hell of a coincidence. Can you hear me?
Mel, can you hear AJ?
I've been swimming in raw sewage, and I love it. I love it.
Okay, all four of us can be heard.
Dude, I cannot believe that just happened. I literally have never seen something like that happen. I want to see if this Blooded Tyrants, the Blooded Tyrants thing works now, but it won't. Go.
What?
I don't.
All right, drink Blooded Tyrants wine, everyone. I don't know.
I'm trying to get everything fixed.
Google search
Regardless
them.
of everything,
them.
this all needs to be stitched together as one episode.
Oh, I will on the will on the the audio portion. But I mean, it fucked up every. Claps are gone.
There they are. We hear the claps.
But
we got the clap.
The audio for the Blooded Tyrant.
The tree.
There we go.
It's bad juju because we don't have any yupcocks.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Zero yupcocks.
Chat, while we're rating, give me some yupcocks. We went on a basketball tangent, so
we're back.
I forgot about that.
We're back. Okay, we're back, guys. We are back. I don't know. We were going in a little hard there, and then all of a sudden it shut us down entirely. That was the end of it. I've never had. There was a couple shows there where we couldn't figure out why the upstream was really bad, but it's because we were streaming to like 5 platforms at once, and for some reason our upstream's broken. So I'm getting that fixed soon. And that was the problem. But now we dropped that show, and we hadn't dropped a single frame since the start of the show, and then it was just gone. It just, everything on my end froze completely. My computer didn't shut down. We didn't have any connection issues, nothing. It just shut down OBS. OBS shut down because the YouTube link shut down, basically. So I don't know what we said that really pissed off YouTube, but it shut us down halfway through our stream, 36 minutes into our stream.
Yeah, I wonder if it was some sort of OBS error, because
OBS
you can run OBS without like actually having a connection to YouTube at all.
Yeah, but if you're streaming to YouTube, there's a key into OBS, and your stream is just showing YouTube to. So if the YouTube shuts down, the stream will shut down. You see what I'm saying?
Like
it's happened to us before.
The stream will, but you can. It shouldn't shut down OBS.
That's crazy. I never seen anything like that. As far as that goes, I don't know why my camera. focusing in and out either. It's got some kind of, I'm gonna have to figure it out.
I think it may be when you like wave your hands in front of
there's
you.
something wrong with the STM. Fucking $250. So it needs to get figured out. But anyways, Reed, sorry, man.
It's all good, man. It's not the first, like I was saying in the last stream we were just trying to do. You set the bar low, and you meet it every time.
Yeah, but see, everybody knows that they try to shut me down repeatedly. So
I know it happens, man.
And now I've recently been getting these copyright claims on my channel. Like every single show is all of a sudden got copyright claims because of the welcome song that plays, not the intro song, but the little welcome song that plays afterwards. But I have a license code for it, right? So I have to whoever's putting the copyright claim does not own the rights to the song. I do, and so I have to dispute it every time. And then what they do is they take any revenue the show makes and put it into escrow for 30 days. And then if they can't dispute the copyright claim, then they pay you out of escrow. So it's for the next 30 days, I'm not going to get paid from the YouTube. It's crazy.
Jesus.
But not like we make a ton on the YouTube. If you guys would support us, we'd appreciate it. But let's take a second, because I was just about to do, before we got rudely cut off by OBS or YouTube, I was about to do a word from our sponsors. So if you could just give me a second, I got.
The tree of liberty must be watered from time to time with the blood of tyrants. The official spirit of 1776, smooth, flavorful, Merlot. For any revolution, tyrants are losing their heads over this wine. Enjoy the taste of freedom. Drink the blood of tyrants.
Order today at bloodoftyrants.wine. Save 10% with the code BREAK.
Check out the Blood of Tyrants wines. Good stuff. I promise you. Plus, you get a discount if you use BREAK. Good stuff. Reed, so what's your take on the Tim Pool thing? My initial take is it wasn't really the fact that Tim wanted to ask questions, which a lot of people are saying, oh, Tim just wanted to ask questions and he stormed out like a baby. I think that it was Tim spent, the whole first part of that show doing what Tim always does on his show, trying to be very hard to be the smartest person in the room. And he's really fucking kind of just rigid on everything. He doesn't want to hear what you have to say. He talks over everybody. It's really gnarly. I can't really watch Timcast. I used to watch it a lot more. I can't really watch it unless it's somebody on there that I want to see really bad because of that same issue. It's like he's constantly trying to talk over people. He doesn't let his guests talk very much, and I don't like that. What do you think?
Yeah. So the thing is, Joe Rogan is an interesting guy. Like, he's done a lot of interesting stuff, but Joe Rogan, the ideologue, is not very interesting, right? Like, his opinions on politics and stuff like that are pretty boring, pretty generic for me. But he asks a lot of good questions and tries to draw information out of people. That's why people like listening to his show, right? He doesn't necessarily have any amazing pontifications himself. It's just that he's really good at asking people to elaborate and, drawing out a lot of good information from them. Tim Pool is also not very interesting as a political ideologue. I mean, he's just a boomer con, basically. But he doesn't shut up. He doesn't let his guests talk. Which to me, that's the whole point of having a show, is to have people on and ask them what they think and dive into their ideas a bit. I mean, it's so boring to have people on your show and then just do nothing but barrage them with corrections and tell them that they're wrong. It's like, are you really there to try to figure out what they're there to talk about, or are you just trying to push your own narrative? And yeah, there was, I don't think Ye should have left. I think he should have stayed. It would have been more interesting. But I think 3 or 4 times maybe before that point, Ye said, look, if you think I'm going to sit here and do another Lex Friedman style interview where you're just lecturing me about how I'm wrong about all this, you got another idea coming. He said it a few times, and then finally he was like, all right, fuck it, I'm out. And Tim didn't really pick up on the cues. It was pretty obvious, hey, dude, adjust course here with this podcast. This isn't the route to go down. He's already done this on all these other shows. We already seen it, so like go a different direction, but he didn't, so it ended. So I don't know. I think it was I saw it coming, and I think it could have been averted pretty easily.
Yeah, and he's not the first person to walk off Timcast either.
No.
Ra the Rugged Man walked out after almost fighting Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
hilarious. And I
the
don't
Rugged Man was clearly the asshole in that situation.
Oh, I don't know. I like Ra. So I'm like a little jolted. I think Ra's got.
He's a good rapper, but
he's a good rapper and he's a good dude. I've met him. He actually signed a hat for Adric for my son.
Oh,
we
nice.
Saw them. He saw him here in Des Moines. We didn't even pay the extra money to go do the VIP experience, and he like hung out with us, talked to my son, took pictures with them. He's really fucking cool. Really, really nice guy. Like Ra a lot. I don't agree with every single point of view that he has. I think his point of views on racism are a little bit wrong. But I also don't 100% disagree with him on it. And I think his views on a lot of things are very libertarian. He's very anti-war. His dad was famously in Vietnam and died due to long-term effects of Agent Orange. And he's got a song about it, you know, that he's a really good down to earth dude that can rap faster than almost ever met. And like I said, I don't agree with everything, but he had the same thing going on with Tim Pool. Tim Pool was trying to push his buttons, and well, me as an Asian man, it's like, dude, you don't even look Asian. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
he's half Korean from South Chicago. He's got a samurai sword on his wall.
Right. Well, I just, you know, it was like he was obviously pushing RA's buttons on purpose, and RA's fucking like from, you know, the dirty part of New York and fucking wasn't taking it. I don't know.
I know he was pushing RA to think to a point nobody I think had ever pushed RA to
for Tim. No,
think before.
He was being a dick to RA the Rugged Man.
He was being disagreeable with him, but not really
a dick. You don't bring people on your show to be a dick to them. You definitely don't fly them out to your home to have them on your show, especially when you live in Germany like RA does. You don't fly them out to your home and then push their fucking buttons and be a dick to them on your show just because it's your show. That's the worst kind of shows, dude. You know what I mean? We're not doing a show that's like fucking Dr. whatever the fuck his name is, right? Dr. Phil. Like, I'm not here to push buttons, and I'm not going to try to figure out who's the daddy and this and that. I want to fucking hear your opinions, dude. Like, this is a talk show, and I want to hear your opinions, and I might ask you questions to clarify so I can understand your points better.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to be like, no, like Tim does. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do that shit, and I don't need to do that shit. And I've talked about it a lot because there's people that think I should bring people on my show and do that, and it's why you don't have a successful fucking show,
right?
You know what I mean? Because
why we don't have a successful movement. This is a terminally libertarian problem. So I had Jackson Hinkle on my show, who is one of these MAGA communist guys. I don't know if you've seen that on Twitter. It's kind of an interesting phenomenon, and it was just such a weird concept to me. So I had him on, and I just like asked him, what the fuck is MAGA communism? You got to explain this to me. And so he explained it, and I like asked him, so what do you think about this? What about this? And like, they're trying to take over the Communist Party, and I was like, oh, well, I know a thing or two about taking over a political party. What's your plan? You know, blah blah blah. And then everyone was like really pissed. They're like, he's a freaking communist, and you didn't. I was like, well, I asked him to come on my show and didn't tell him I was going to be a piece of shit to him. Like, I feel like if you're going to invite someone on your show and you're going to be a piece of shit, you should at least like tell them, hey, I'd love to get you on, but I really want to berate you on this and argue. And that just wasn't what I wanted. Like, I've done capitalism versus socialism debates or whatever, and they're boring, frankly. I'd rather have this guy on and like hear what he has to say. And, you know, like, I don't need, I mean, you know, we took I condemn this as irrational and repugnant. We took that out of the platform, but not just with bigotry. Like, libertarians want you to do that to everybody with everything. Like, they want you to just constantly remind everyone that they suck and that they aren't perfect and that they have this bad opinion about this. And it's like, well, you know, that's great if you're just an online edgelord, but if you're trying to actually have conversations with people, you have to take it beyond that level sometime. You have to talk to people who are left-wingers. You got to talk to people who are, you know, boomer cons or right-wingers or whatever. Like, you're never going to get anywhere if it's just your little, constant circle jerk of libertarians who agree on everything.
Right. Well, that's I had the Black Mutualist on my show, right? And he's very left leaning on a lot of stuff. Yeah. And I spent the whole hour trying to find areas that we agree on. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to hear his opinion on things that we didn't agree on, and we talked about it, but I let him talk because I wanted to hear his opinion on things. And I want you, if you're going to come on my show and we have differing opinions, I just want you to change my mind. Like I don't want you know what I mean? Like I don't want to sit here and berate you and barrage you with all these different points. And like I said, I might clarify for my own understanding. It's just like when I read Marxist books or leftist books or communist books or any of the literature, the Proudhon and all these people that I've read, I didn't read them because I agree with the shit. I read them because I wanted to understand better where people are coming from.
You're trying to steel man your argument so that when you talk to somebody
exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times in arguments, people will defer to authority, right? Like people who have written the ideology, people who have been in the positions of whatever it is they're arguing for, they always want to defer to the authority, right? So like if you understand the authority on that, you have a better opportunity about those things. Maybe even get them to change their point of view. But you don't have to berate. There are people online that I'm going to berate. I'm never going to be nice to people who think they can fuck with the children. Okay? I'm not going to. I'm going to fucking call you out, whatever it is. People who argue in bad faith, I know who you are. I can see it right away. And I'm not going to try to have a decent conversation with you. There's a lot of people that I don't agree with, especially in the libertarian movement and party. There's a lot of people that I don't agree with. And I'm very cordial with and very genial with and have great conversations and we're friends and then there's people in the liberty movement who have the same views as those people that come and argue in bad faith and talk shit about my family and stuff, and so I call them nerds and losers and retards and all this stuff, and I don't argue with them because there's no point in arguing with them. Right. I'm just going to mock you relentlessly until you go away or I've had enough fun for the day, because I know you're never going to want to hear my side of those things. You don't care about the truth. It's not about the truth for you, right? And so that's where I'm at. I'm like an inquisitive person, right? Like I want to know more. And I think that's where, when we're talking to Reed, I think that's where Joe Rogan goes right? Is that he really truly wants to understand everybody who walks into that podcast. And that's the number one podcast in the entire world, because he's so good at doing it. Because he's so good at sitting people down and being like, all right, I want to come to your point of view. I don't want to berate you. You know what I mean? And he does occasionally. He'll say, that's fucking stupid or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I get that. And I do that too. I do it to Ryan every show. You know what I mean? Love you. But it's true. I mean, when you have a show like this, it's to bring on and showcase other ideas. And you can't step on somebody who's trying to showcase those ideas for you. You can't just step on them every single time they bring up a point, and that's what Tim does. And I think that's what he was doing to Kanye. I think that's really what he did to R.A. the Rugged Man, and he's done it to every guest he ever has on the show. And that's why I stopped watching the show. I don't know.
I got a slight disagreement with the take on Kanye getting up and leaving. One thing we got to remember is he's always around yes people, very wealthy, right, musician, and so I think Tim wanted to sit down and talk about Ye 24. Which there's no, I'm sorry, I hate to break it to everybody, there's no chance in hell Kanye West is going to get elected president in 24.
Whoa! I think I'm not so sure.
I'll say it right now. There's no chance in hell.
I don't think there's
he might pull votes.
Said that about Donald Trump too, including me.
More charismatic.
I think Donald Trump had a better chance of winning the presidency in 16. I hands down. I don't think he has a chance of doing that. I think he can pull black voters away from the Democrats, which is great.
Here we go, Tim.
But no, hold on. Okay, no. Tim said that, but let me just tell you why he got up and left. I think he got up and left because he wanted to talk about the Jews controlling Hollywood and all this other shit, and I think Tim wanted to talk about Ye 24 and the dinner at Trump at Mar-a-Lago. That never got discussed.
I think I can tell you exactly why he left. Because Tim more than once mentioned, don't categorize, all the Jewish executives as a group. They're individuals. You watched the Lex Friedman interview. Lex said that probably 25 times. After about the second or third time, Kanye was like, this is just going to be another Lex Friedman. I'm out.
Right.
I don't want to deal with this.
It's a lazy argument. It's a lazy, and then when you say clarify, Tim was trying to clarify, what are you saying when you say they? And that's what pissed him off. That's what I remember seeing, was he got pissed off at that and got up and left. So he's used to sitting around yes people.
Needed clarification there. I think everybody in the room understood.
Right, but it's Tim's channel. He knows he's got this giant weight in the room. He knows it's a giant show.
Remember that probably. So there's, as we're sitting right now, there's over 1 million views on that live stream.
Right.
He's never gotten close to that.
No.
His live streams are
exactly.
all about 200 to 350,000.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you, probably 50% of that million were Nick Fuentes' fault.
You think?
Yeah, dude. The dude's got a huge. I think people really do not. I think people underestimate Nick Fuentes' following. Dude. That guy
the AFPAC angle.
He has a fucking massive.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, the Groypers are massive fucking movie.
So do you guys know my Nick Fuentes story?
No.
Oh, tell us. Tell us.
So I was at Freedom Fest in Las Vegas this summer. And as you guys might already know, I did get an SPLC hit piece written about me and Clint and
Welcome to the club.
People. And so it was right after this hit piece was written about me. It came out while I was at Freedom Fest, actually. I heard, oh, Nick Fuentes might be here. And then I found out, actually, no, he's not here. But there's this guy, Jason Rink, here, who I had already known of, who...
Rink is cool as shit, by the way.
He's great. And he had made a documentary called the most canceled man in America about Nick Fuentes. And originally he was going to show it at Freedom Fest. And then I guess the Freedom Fest people asked him, hey, is there any chance Nick Fuentes would be willing to come? Or no, sorry, I got that wrong. He suggested to them, hey, this might be like a little too hot. He's kind of a controversial person, but I can ask him if he's willing to come and do a Q&A. And so then Freedom Fest, instead of waiting to confirm it, they just ran with it and published like Nick Fuentes will be at Freedom Fest. And so then a bunch of outrage mail came in and they ended up canceling Nick. And then they ended up canceling Jason's film presentation.
Oh, they actually canceled Jason Rink's hotel room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it got worse. Like they originally just canceled his presentation and then they disallowed him from attending and they canceled his hotel room. And then he got a different hotel room. And then that hotel canceled his hotel room. And so then he was trying to just find a venue to
it was fucking movie that he made.
Yeah. So I find out that he's actually going to be there. Nick Fuentes is going to be there too, and it's in Vegas somewhere nearby. And then Olivia Rondo's boyfriend, Patriot J,
who's cool as shit as well.
He's actually friends with Nick Fuentes. So he was telling me, yeah, I'm going to the screening tonight. So it's like, oh man, I got to go to this. This is going to be awesome.
Patriot J's a black rapper, by the way.
Yeah, just important.
Nick Fuentes is surrounding himself with black rappers.
Yeah.
So Patriot J and I go.
Racist.
We meet up with Jason Rank, who brings us to this undisclosed location where they're premiering this film. And so now, instead of Nick Fuentes being in front of a bunch of libertarians, where he probably would have faced sort of a rigorous Q&A, where he had to answer a lot of uncomfortable questions and explain himself, he is now surrounded by hundreds of his fanboys,
rapers,
chanting. It's like a bunch of Catholic incels, just like dude, it wasn't like I did not get white nationalist vibes at all. I got like, wow, guys who have never seen a woman even in a bikini in their entire lives, who it was hilarious. It was the gayest thing I'd ever been to.
Okay, so segue, is he gay?
No,
I don't.
Is Fuentes gay?
I don't know, actually.
Really?
No.
I mean, he gives me those vibes.
Yeah. I think
a 24-year-old man that wants nothing to do with women.
Well, here's the deal. He's like a Catholic extremist.
Oh yeah,
like
okay.
Extremist Catholic.
Okay.
I think he's voluntarily celibate, but I think it's mostly because he hates women.
Well, he's a virgin, bro. I mean, he's a legitimate virgin.
Yeah,
and he is like an extremist Catholic dude. Extremist, and he doesn't believe in sex before marriage and all that stuff. And
based.
Yeah, I know. We have someone on the show.
Then why doesn't he have a girl? He
And
can have a
also,
girlfriend.
listen, Ryan also seems a little effeminate sometimes. You know what I mean? But
He's got a wife.
Yeah,
He's got a wife.
Now,
yeah.
now.
But no, I am a little effeminate.
Yeah, but you have.
There's like evolutionary biologists or whatever, somebody who literally studies like sexual behavioral patterns in humans, and he said the best thing you can have to be sexually successful as a man is a gay brother.
And you have a gay brother.
You heard it here, folks. First time.
I have a gay brother too. He just won't admit that he's gay.
What about gay sisters? Does that get you anywhere?
I think that. Well, in today's society, you're misgendering her probably anyway.
Right.
Oh, well, I do have a gay sister, so I don't know if that
I have a gay brother, but he won't tell anyone he's gay. He refuses. No. Instead, he just fights at every bar he goes to.
I apologize if I derailed that at all, Reed. I'm sorry about that, but I think he's gay. I think he's a closeted homosexual.
So, Josh, your brother still upholds the "don't ask, don't tell" policy.
Yeah, totally. He's like the toughest fucking dude you'll ever meet. He'll literally fight you for looking at him wrong. And for years and years and years, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is he so fucking angry all the time? And then I got older, and I was like, dude, that's what it is. Rest homosexual. Sure, I get it now. No, he probably watches the show. He's probably like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch! I'll fight you right now." But I love him to death. He spent most of our life like angry and fighting all the time and shit. Now he's like this super laid back, chill, like, but he's a gangster dude. I mean, tattooed from his chin down, fucking hangs out with like AWACS and all these Bay Area rappers. Has chains and drives a fucking Cadillac. Or no, he just bought a Beamer and he bought shoes that match his Beamer. Like legitimately, like fucking gangster dude. But he's like 5 foot and like he's a little dude.
Like the gangster in Moonlight?
I don't know. Top Lops has been a member for 16 months, dude. Almost the whole time the channel's been here. Thanks, buddy. He says he has a gay friend. His name's Reed.
What's up, faggot?
There we go. We're shut down again. Let's see. Oh yeah. Before we get too far, I did have two from Outlawed Thoughts too. He's been a member for 14 months. Shout out to my homie from Outlawed Thoughts. He said, shout out to Ian for coming on Outlawed Thoughts because Ryan went on Outlawed Thoughts the other night. And he threw a $2 super chat. Says, Josh already has 6 kids at 9 with a paper route. I had 6, 5.5.
Yeah.
At 9.
Yeah.
And 2 paper routes. All right. Well, we're getting to the end of the public stream. But before we go, we need to talk about Twitter. Okay. So this Twitter fiasco has been wild for me. Watch. As a lot of people know, famously, it's been at the beginning of November of 2021, I was banned from Twitter for simply posting a comment that said death is always an option. That was it. That was the only thing I posted. It was a Twitter comment to the educator thing that was talking about how we needed to normalize the term minor attracted person and that pedophile was a bad term that hurts feelings and this and that and this and that. And I said, well, death's always an option. That's all I said. I didn't say, hey, everybody come over here and find this person and hurt them and blah, 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 blah.
You didn't type KYS.
Yeah. So I went to sleep and I woke up in the morning and I had an email that said your account is permanently banned and will not be unbanned for the violation of terms of service. Targeted harassment, what they said. Okay. And then they showed the tweet.
Yeah.
So I know what tweet did it.
Yeah.
But I was like, how the fuck is that targeted harassment? I am simply, as a father, having a conversation about capital punishment for people who harm children, which I believe in. And
which is a completely rational argument.
And yeah, it's the moderate position.
As a father.
Opinion. And listen, and I don't think that the government has to bestow the capital punishment. I think the community can do it. Okay?
I'm in 100%. There we go. Yeah. We're in 100% agreement on that.
Yeah, and so you can't tell
don't
me
get the government involved in it.
If there has to be some kind of retributive justice, even in a libertarian society.
Yeah.
If we
privatize everything. You know, that's one of the things that doesn't get abolished. That gets privatized.
Right. I would privatize it, and I would be the man in the neighborhood. Falls on. Because
and if you're wrong, if you're wrong or I'm wrong, send me to prison for it. If I'm right, buy me a beer.
Yeah. So yeah, wow. Dude. And that's the thing. Okay. So that was all I said. So it's been over a year now. My account has 19,000 followers. It was almost 20,000. We were just a couple away from 20. Now, it crippled the show. A lot of people don't know that. Like 80% of my show watchers, I don't know if they just hadn't subscribed to the channel or not, but they were coming from Twitter to watch the show. I would put out a live tweet during the show. People would come and watch the show. I was getting hundreds of viewers during the live stream. And when I look at the metrics, it was coming from. As soon as they turned down Twitter, I was lucky to get 150 in 5 days per show on YouTube. Now my audio, we did 1 million listens in a year. Audio does really well. But they crippled the show, the live show. And that was a year ago for nothing. And so now we have this prospect with Elon at the helm that they're gonna reinstate 61,000 accounts, all starting with accounts that are 10,000 follows or higher. Okay, so now it's almost Wednesday. He said that would start on Monday. Now almost Wednesday. My account with for 10,000 followers, 19,000, still not back. I have sent an appeal every single day that I have been banned for over a year now. Every morning I wake up, I get on Twitter, I go to my old account, submit an appeal, say very nicely, please unban my arbitrarily banned account that was taken away from me for violating terms of service, crippled my show, it stopped the growth of my business, it's done all these things. And I would appreciate it if I could have it back. Thank you very much, and then whatever holiday, Christmas or Happy Thanksgiving. Every single
or John McCain's death anniversary, depending on what day it was.
Every single day for over a year now, I've sent an appeal, and I'm still doing that, but nothing yet.
It's fucking wild. Kathy Griffin's back on.
Yeah, they let Kathy Griffin
held a
back
severed
on.
head of a sitting president.
Yeah, dude. Crazy.
It's okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. It's just holy shit.
Do you think that this week we will get our accounts back?
Now, I was trying to remain. I mean, the most
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. Well, I try to actually remain pessimistic because then this is the way I look at it. It's better to be delightfully surprised than to be disappointed.
This is the same way you run your show, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Like, you're just expecting the worst. When it turns out better, it's like, oh shit, look at that, great. Instead of like, oh god damn it, like I was really hoping for that or whatever. Like, I mean, I just, I don't know. I'm not. I think hope can have value in some instances, but in some instances, it's just setting you up for disappointment. So, but I'm in the same exact boat as you. I got banned over something incredibly stupid, very arbitrary. I threatened a fake person who is a hybrid of myself and Clint, that I didn't even technically make a threat of aggression because I just said, I will shoot you if you come within 100 feet of my truck or 100 yards of my truck or whatever. So I'm not inciting violence against him. I'm just letting him know, dude, if you come near my truck, I'm going to defend my private property. And this guy doesn't even exist. And so I was in the same boat as you at about 19,000 followers. And yeah, I would like to get it back. That's also been a hindrance to my growth. I went from 0 to 20,000 followers roughly in a year. So I was really growing exponentially on Twitter. Who knows how big the account would be now? And
yeah, I did that. I started my account a long time ago, but I never used Twitter. And then I started using it like pretty heavily in 2020. And so in 1 year, I went from like 1,500 followers to 20,000 followers.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I can remember the day that everything changed. I made a tweet about Iran. You remember when they were really talking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
I made a tweet about Iran, about how beautiful the city was and all this stuff, and how their criminals were. Tehran in general. I have a lot of friends. And it went fucking huge viral. I think like I don't even know, like several million followers, like 10 maybe. And then a whole bunch of several 100,000 follower tweets, and I went from like 2,200 followers to like 10,000 followers in like a 3 ban. It was pretty crazy. And it helped my show. I mean, that was around the same time I was really getting my show off the ground. And so they know that when you have a big platform like that, if they take you out, it's going to fuck you in the long run. They know that.
Yeah.
And I am obviously a wrong thinker. You know, I didn't go along with the COVID narrative. I'm not going to go along with the war narrative. I'm not going to go along with the fucking leftist narrative bullshit. I'm not going to go along with the we need to control your kids narrative. I'm literally in obstinate defiance of just about every narrative that the mainstream media puts out and the government puts out. And I think that, you know, counterculture these days is, you know, holistic care, holistic natural remedies, starting of having a strong nuclear family and you know, traditional gender roles. I mean, the fact that these are
that's the radical views online now.
These are like, this is the counterculture now, dude. I am part of the counter. It was funny growing up. I was part of the counterculture too. I was a pot smoking, skateboarding, you know, gangster, right? And now I'm like, I'm a family man, and I refuse to take your poisons, and I refuse to support your wars. And it's like, that's the counterculture now. Fucking crazy, dude.
You're exactly right.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yep.
I don't know, Reed. Well, we're getting to the end of this thing. We'll do a members only stream if Reed's got 20 minutes after this. Reed, before we get going though, where can people follow you, subscribe to you, listen to you, all that good stuff?
Yeah, I'm the only Reed Coverdale in the world, and I'm the only naturalist capitalist in the world. So if you Google either of those, you'll find me. So subscribe. I'm on YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that happy horse shit. So go find me, go subscribe, follow, whatever. Thanks for having me on, Josh.
Yeah, of course, Reed. I'm not just a friend, but a big fan too, buddy. And I appreciate all that you do. And it's funny because when we first met, it was like this, we were having this discussion over libertarian unity. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
And I kept telling you, just wait, buddy. Just wait.
Yeah.
One of these days, you're going to fucking hate these people too. And guess what?
You weren't wrong.
I wasn't wrong, buddy. But I appreciate you. And if you just give me 5 minutes to close out the show, and I will I'll get you started on the members only podcast.
All right. Sounds good, man.
Thanks, buddy. All right, guys. Another awesome show. Reed's so cool, dude. He's just the most laid back. Like, this is the reason why his show works so laid back, and like he said, he doesn't care about like the quality of the video, the sound, but he brings on great.
New fan right here. Yeah, I found him on Spotify, by the way. Spotify.
Yeah, he's a really good interviewer too, and he's just great, and he does bring on people of different faiths and different political ideologies, and really great, man. I love him. Like I said, I think it's probably a third or fourth. I know I've had him on a couple of had him on Tower. Had them on maybe 3 shows with specific. If you guys want to go back and find those are great. And I will be on The Naturalist Capitalist, I think this week. Thursday or Friday. Or maybe tomorrow, Wednesday. Reed, is it tomorrow? If you can hear me, let me know. We'll talk about it in the members only show. If you guys want to come to the members only show where we're going to get way crazier, you guys can join underneath any of my YouTube videos on this channel. It's like $4.99 a month or something like that, $5.99 a month.
It's on sale too. I signed up yesterday.
Yeah, and it gets you into all the exclusive content. I do an after-hour show. Almost every show we do. I think there's about 60 after-hour shows up there now. Of course, if you join up on the Patreon or Subscribe Star, you can get other swag too. It may take me 6 months to get it shipped out to you, but we'll get it shipped out. Even if you become a member and then drop your membership, I'm still shipping out. But definitely support us and come listen to us after the show. Before we get out of here, Ryan, you got anything?
Follow me on Twitter at BulldogGamer28. Give me some yep cocks in the chat because and thanks to Reed for coming on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Before AJ, you got anything before we take off?
Oh, get on my new TikTok. My second account's up.
A new TikTok?
Poison_tip_2.0.
That's really gay.
I'm almost to 1,000.
Really gay. But I love you anyway. Reed, can you hear me, Reed? Am I coming on your show tomorrow? Is that what it was?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay. Just making sure. So I'll be on The Natural Capitalist tomorrow if you guys come and see me there. But like I said, if you want to out with us in the after-hour show, please do. Before we take off, of course, I got one more sponsor, guys. You need to go check out Peace Hawk Coffee. One of my favorite people in the entire liberty movement, Mr. Will Hobson, has put together this great idea where he'll be selling coffee beans from around the world in war-torn areas. $1 of every bag that he sells will be going. I got a new write-up here. With this small coffee roasting business, Peace Hawk will sell delicious micro batch coffee, roasted coffee online while donating at least $1 of every pound sold to worthy foreign aid organizations like Yemen Relief and Reconstruction Foundation, who has expressed support for this project. Their initial focus will be on Yemen Ethiopian coffee. They'll have some affordable Central American varieties available too. However, PSOC will always donate at least $1 from every pound sold to worthy foreign aid organizations. When you buy PSOC coffee, you're not only buying great coffee, you have a chance to support the economies of countries struggling against the effects of war, support stellar private aid foundations doing life-saving work abroad, support stateside peace activists like myself and other future people that Mr. Will may hire. The name Peacehawk will be the counter to the Warhawk, who is aggressively pro-war. This company will be aggressively pro-peace. Sign up at their email list at peacehawk.coffee. That's where you'll get when stuff drops, stuff starts. I know I have some coffee on the way, so I'm pretty excited about it. Will's one of the coolest guys too. He actually came from the left, and the anti-war sentiment made him a libertarian, and now he's a hardcore libertarian. He's the Mises organizer for the Oregon State Libertarian Party there. Great guy. Guys, I'll see you on Thursday. I'm going to be doing the show on Thursday. I don't know. Can you guys do a show on Thursday this week?
Yeah, I could do Thursday.
Do the show on Thursday this week?
Yes, sir.
We'll do the show Thursday this week. I think Friday I got something for my... I'm going to be... Friday is our annual tree decorating kids.
Okay.
3rd or 4th, somewhere the first weekend of December. We brew some delicious hot chocolate with marshmallows. I throw on the Nat King Cole Christmas record because that's my favorite. It reminds me of growing up with my grandfather. We decorate the Christmas tree. So we'll be doing that on Friday. So we'll show Thursday, and then following week we'll probably do Friday that week. But guys, I love you to death. I will see you on Thursday with Mr. Ryan Fisher. But until then, don't forget to break the
Due to legal reasons, I just have to explain. The lyrics of my last song may seem to contain a violent call to action in the verse and refrain, but I just meant it in Minecraft. The helicopter part was in reference to GTA 5 and the things you do. So any violence you commit, I am not an excuse, because I just meant it in Minecraft. A chipper is my friend and he's constantly cold. Accusations of incitement getting totally old. Make your own choices, yeah, you have control, because I just meant it in Minecraft. Obviously I would never advocate force unless there's due process and a trial, of course. And if you're convicted, we will make you a corpse in Minecraft, just in Minecraft. Nothing I mean, you know it. No product theaters, cause it closed for COVID. Holy shit, I think I